Hey, welcome back. PRS command centers are becoming quite popular. People carry all kinds of stuff with them, and this is my heaviest configuration, the heaviest that I would take with me to any match. On the left-hand side, I have my favorite spotting binoculars, the Leupold BX5s 15 by 56. They have a little weight to them because they have a little glass in them. And they're a good binocular. They see mirage well, they see trace well. They see those fine details of vegetation moving so you can make better wind calls. Good piece of kit, but not the only piece of kit that you need, because ultimately you're going to need to range your targets or have someone on your squad range targets. This is one of those things where you have to make a decision with your squad and decide how many of you are carrying rangefinders, because rangefinders are heavy, and an additional 3 pounds on this rig, for instance. These are the Vortex Fury HD 5000s. They also serve as my backup ballistic solver. It is matched up perfectly with my Kestrel, so everything works together all the way out to the furthest I have ever shot, past 1,300 yards, and, well, I just carry them with me if I can. I have a wind sensor and a piece of ribbon up here. The ribbon tells me instantaneously, just looking up which direction the wind's blowing. Obviously, it's blowing from downrange toward us right now and switching around. We're in a hole in here between the trees and the wind's swirling like a washing machine. On top of that, I have an ultrasonic wind sensor from Calypso. This is a very low-cost solution for an ultrasonic wind sensor. It's not cheap, but it's lower cost than any of the others out there that I've seen. The app for the Calypso, right here on my iPhone, I can do a video on how to program this to get the best data out of it, but let me give you an idea of what I look at when I have my Calypso set up. Right in the middle of the wind circle, I have the wind direction, which is standard for ballistics. Where's the wind coming from? In the middle of that, it says the instantaneous crosswind value. I have set it to crosswind value. In other words, the amount of crosswind that is going directly across the sensor sideways. Down below that, I have minimum and maximum crosswind. So the maximum left and maximum right crosswind that it has encountered since I turned it on. Now that number changes over a 10-minute cycle. So in a 10-minute period, if your high wind was more than 10 minutes ago, it will drift off over time, because it's only keeping a 10-minute set of data. Below that, I have the instantaneous wind speed, which is currently 0, the average wind speed, which is 1.6, and the maximum it's encountered since I turned it on, which is 4.3. That just gives me a holistic view of the wind for everything I've done. Now, be forewarned that because this sensor is pointed the same direction as the binoculars, if I turn the tripod and point at a target over here, I'm going to get a different crosswind value. So your minimum maximum crosswind may not be super valuable to you unless you're sitting in one position looking downrange at the targets for more than 10 minutes. So guys, this is my heavy configuration. Do I take this to many matches? No, absolutely not. One of the reasons that I have it set up like this right now is because I have an adapter so I can put a GoPro on to digiscope through the binoculars to give you better video. What would I take off if it was a lighter match? Well, honestly, the Leupolds and the GoPro would go bye-bye. I would take those off here in a heartbeat and rearrange my mounts so that I have just the Vortex for my spotting and ranging needs and the wind sensor, and that would be it. That's going to save about 5, maybe 6 pounds off this rig total. So guys, that's what I have for a command center right now. It is modular and configurable to the situation that you're in, and I think that's probably a pretty good plan considering the differences in matches that I've seen in the very short time that I've been shooting PRS. All right guys, until next time, shoot straight. Think about what you're carrying in the field, and I'll see you in the next video.